There's an Easter egg. Looks like a campfire. And it is a campfire, but it's also an Easter egg, as I can tell when I put the cursor on it and I see that it's free to copy. And I'm going to copy it now. One of the main things about an Easter egg is that you should be able to get something interesting out of it. The other thing is it isn't too obvious that it's available. I've got a copy of that fire now. The dragon in an earlier show did this same trick, so I'm not going to do the dragon trick for you. Instead, I'm going to put the fire here in the band shell. I'm going to call it, let's see, the fire bands. The fire band. And this consists of, I guess, 3 characters: torch and the back burners. This is not going to do any harm, so I'll leave it burning for a little while, because I'm going to pick up another Easter egg. This also is not particularly noticeable, but it's well, I guess a little bit more subtle. I have to go back behind the outhouse, where people probably wouldn't look very readily. And as we look, there it is. It's a sign. And let's zoom in on that sign. And we see that it says, "If you lived here, you'd be home now." Touch of humor on the part of the hobos. Here I'm taking it. And I think I better get rid of that fire. Now I've gone over to my place. Not a house here, but just a video set. And a really very plain video set, because I'm going to use it to demonstrate what you could do with that Easter egg that I just picked up. It's a sign. Think of it as something like a canvas stretched on a frame. It's not just a rumply sign you see, it's completely stiff. Now here, I know I'm going to feel like Martha Stewart. Here I'm adjusting its location. This is not as convenient as hanging a picture, but the last part will be, because I don't have to worry about where I'm going to nail it, put in the nail in the wall. Oh, Martha Stewart wouldn't want me to put in a nail anyway. She'd have some other idea. Now, what I'm doing here is just adjusting its location and its rotation so that it will be neatly positioned as a something like a picture on the wall. And you'll notice it's not solid, so I can make it pass right through the wall. And I use that a little bit to test to be sure how close it is to the wall. That little thing there with, obviously I can use that to adjust its location. Here, watch, and you'll notice part of it disappears into the wall. And so when I sort of have that right, or I'm satisfied with it, there I've hung the picture. I can hear Martha right now saying, "You're not going to leave that ugly thing on my wall." No. Actually, I'm going to check its contents and find that it has some textures in it. I move those over to my inventory, and I can drag any one of them onto that frame, and sure enough, I'll get a different picture. I have a picture of a sky there. Now I drag over a picture of some yellow flowers, but the picture I really want is the picture of the bridge at Hobo Village. So I got that out. There's only one problem with that. It's not the right shape. It's too short. But I can fix that. I can edit the width and stretch it to make it somewhat the right shape. I think I'll make it bigger too while I'm at it. See, this works just exactly the way it does in Windows Word. Now I have to adjust the number of repeats. I want one repeat vertical and one repeat horizontal, so I have just one picture in that frame. This is beginning to look very good. I'm beginning to feel like Martha Stewart. I think the only way I can get my masculinity back is to burn the whole thing down. I knew I'd find some use for that fire. So there you have it, how to hang a picture. No frame, but I'll tend to that later. Maybe next week I'll show you how to make an elegant picture frame out of coffee grounds and old newspapers.